You know they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood. Down our main street.
Is she good?
No,
No,
she's not.
she's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
What is my problem?
You were
You
the
were
last
the
one
last
with
one
her.
seen with her. So right now, it's facing you right now, son.
This individual at the police station is identified as Aiden Fuji. His parents are currently questioning him regarding the tragic incident involving the murder of his 13-year-old classmate, Tristan Bailey, in St. John's, Florida. Tristan, a young and talented cheerleader who cherished her school life, fell victim to this unfortunate event. In contrast, Aiden Fuji is described by his peers as an eccentric character, and his teachers have expressed concerns about his behavior during his time at the high school.
Out of school suspension. It was a time where he got in school suspension with one of his friends, and when they were in the in school suspension room, they were rude and disrespectful to the coworker that was in there, and so therefore I suspend both of them.
Okay.
Their behavior for that.
You kind of oversaw, or are you the one making the decision for ISS, in school suspension?
Yes.
Okay. And he had several of those while he was at Patriot Oaks, correct?
No, he only had two.
He had two. Okay. Two of those and then one OSS, correct?
Correct.
Throughout his academic years, Aiden consistently engaged in altercations with fellow students, resulting in multiple suspensions. His peers characterized him as highly aggressive, and an air of peculiarity surrounded him. Acquaintances assert that Aiden frequently vocalized an unsettling desire to know the sensation of taking another person's life. He disturbingly expressed that the act of slitting someone's throat with a knife would bring him satisfaction.
He has said he said his knife, he wanted to slit somebody's throat, and he said it'd be satisfying. He's talked about killing people. He's talked about fighting people. I've seen him practice stabbing motions with his knife.
A recurring topic in Aiden's conversations revolved around the macabre details of how he would hypothetically end the lives of his imaginary victims. He not only discussed these chilling scenarios openly, but also went as far as recommending specific methods. Aiden shared with Zafi Bowman a disturbing plan, describing how he would entice someone into a wooded area at night, stab them, and then evade capture while denying any involvement. His unsettling statement to Zafi was explicit. I would walk around at night, find somebody else walking at night, drag them into the woods, stab them, and then pretend like I didn't do it, so that I could keep killing people. On the eve of Mother's Day, May 8th, 2021, Aiden's day was spent skateboarding in the neighborhood with his girlfriend and their friend, Trey. Meanwhile, Tristan was having dinner with her family elsewhere in town. Upon returning home around midnight, her sister witnessed her on a video call with a boy donning a baseball cap. This boy, who persuaded her to visit Trey's house, sets the stage for a crucial turn of events. Tristan and Aiden left Trey's home after spending an hour together, a pivotal moment captured by neighborhood security cameras between 1:24 and 1:45 a.m. The footage showed them heading toward a cul-de-sac at the end of the street. Tragically, this marked the last time Tristan was seen alive. Aiden, in a horrifying turn of events, took the life of Tristan, inflicting 114 stab wounds and leaving her with no chance at survival. After committing this heinous act, Aiden fled home barefoot while carrying his shoes. In an attempt to conceal the evidence, he began hiding items in his room, convinced he had successfully escaped justice. The next morning, Tristan's family was confronted with the devastating reality that their sister and daughter were gone. Exhausting all possibilities, they contacted the police. Aiden, the last person seen with Tristan alive, offered a confession to the authorities that lacked credibility. His estimated travel time didn't align with the circumstances, as it should have taken him no more than 30 minutes to walk home. Aiden claimed Tristan had been spending time with a drug dealer in his 20s, introducing a dubious narrative. Adding to the complexity of the situation, officials received an email with a Snapchat screenshot taken in the rear of a patrol car, attached with a troubling caption. "Hey folks, Has anybody seen Tristan lately? Aiden, in a chillingly composed selfie, displayed a peace sign, with the wording banner implying that Tristan was still alive. This sinister sociopathic demeanor persisted, with Aiden's peers pointing out his implication that Tristan was orchestrating a fabricated narrative. The investigation into this chilling saga unfolds with more questions than answers, as Aiden's unsettling actions continue to unravel.
We're having fun in a f***ing cop car.
Yep. Tristan.
What's up, guys? Tristan, if you f***ing walk out the damn...
When you see this in a month.
Tristan's lifeless and bloodied body was discovered in the woods by a jogger before authorities could secure Aiden's cell phone. Within 1 hour, officers swiftly obtained a search warrant for Aiden and promptly arrested him. Aiden's parents found themselves in a room with him, facing the stark reality of the danger their son was in. What adds an unsettling layer to the situation is Aiden's chillingly indifferent attitude, an icy refusal to acknowledge the gravity of his circumstances. When informed of his friend's tragic demise, Aiden displayed a disturbing lack of understanding and care, further deepening the disturbing nature of this unfolding tragedy.
You know they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood. Down our main street.
Is she good?
No,
she's not.
she's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
This is my problem.
Aiden's parents attempt to make him comprehend the severity of the situation, but he appears oblivious, despite his restless hand gestures. Aiden insists he's unafraid when questioned about his emotions. In a bizarre turn, when asked if there's anything he knows that they don't, the conversation shifts to intimate details. Aiden is questioned about physical interactions with Tristan, and he casually admits to kissing her and engaging in other activities, confirming the presence of his DNA on her. Astonishingly, he remains indifferent, offering evasive and bored responses, consistently avoiding eye contact. Aiden's demeanor, coupled with his lack of realization about the potential consequences of the evidence against him, adds another layer of unsettling detachment to this perplexing narrative.
What were you doing outside that late at night?
I was at Trey's house and I was on.
Did you kiss or do anything with this girl?
Be honest as you can to them.
Two.
Yes.
I kissed her.
Anything further? So your DNA's gonna be on her?
Later, Aiden is once again questioned about whether he's keeping anything from his parents. Despite his insistence that he isn't, he seizes the opportunity to accuse Tristan, insinuating that she was the aggressor and became combative, leading to Aiden pushing her. This assertion is known to be false, and it is disconcerting to witness Aiden's lack of emotion or anxiety. When asked about the events, Aiden's response is chillingly detached. The inquiry about their physical interactions is repeated, and Aiden repeats his casual admission about kissing Tristan and engaging in other activities. His indifferent demeanor remains striking as he calmly responds to the gravity of the situation. Aiden's unsettling accusation against Tristan and his overall demeanor paint a disturbing picture of his emotional detachment and the disturbing narrative surrounding this tragic event.
I'm talking about her dealer.
You think she got picked up by him?
Probably. She said she wasn't coming here. She said she's gonna find somebody to stay
After
at
you
her
left her
house.
there walking? Like, you think she got picked up after that? She just kept walking?
Probably. I don't know.
Do you know if she turned in the direction or she was just still walking behind you?
She pushed her down and then you walked away. At least you shouldn't be talking.
I was just asking what he told us.
I understand.
I was just asking what he told them.
Following Aiden's parents' advice for him to remain silent until his lawyer arrived, the police conducted a home raid. Upon entering Aiden's room, they uncovered a disturbing array of evidence: an allegedly empty knife sheath in his drawer, a poker crammed next to his dresser, and a pair of bloody, wet Nike sneakers matching the attire captured in surveillance footage. Authorities discovered a bloody t-shirt and damp blue jeans, consistent with Aiden's clothing that day, stashed below the dresser. As if the physical evidence wasn't compelling enough, investigators found blood and dirt traces in the bathroom sink and a peculiar notebook among Aiden's possessions. The notebook contained drawings with violent and satanic themes, adding another layer of concern. Promptly apprehended by the police on a second-degree murder charge, Aiden's actions resulted in such severe injuries to Tristan that the charge was escalated to first degree. In a shocking turn of events, Crystal, Aiden's mother, was taken into custody on a warrant. Video footage from inside Fuji's home suggested her involvement in washing Aiden's bloody blue clothes in the sink. Blood found in the bathroom drain and on Smith's son's jeans raised further questions. Authorities swiftly filed charges against Crystal for tampering with critical case evidence and encouraging her son to fabricate his clothing choice on the night of the murder. She entered a not guilty plea to these charges. Aiden was escorted into a room at the Duval County Jail in September 2021 to witness the proceedings of his pretrial hearing. However, his behavior during the hearing was noted as unpredictable, though not excessively alarming, further contributing to the chilling and perplexing nature of this unfolding case.
What you got going on? Why am I here? I just want to talk to my mom and dad. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Aiden appears dazed and confused from the minute he walks into the room, but things take a strange turn when he starts murmuring something about demons stealing his soul.
I don't want to hear you demons. I don't want to hear you demons take my soul. You demons want to take my soul away. I don't want to hear you demons take my soul. I don't know you.
It's plausible that Aiden genuinely believed demons were attacking him, considering detectives discovered a journal filled with satanic artwork. However, it's likely that Aiden was making a last-ditch effort to find a way out of jail. Killers and psychopaths have historically relied on the insanity defense, and feigning a demonic possession has been known to succeed, except when it doesn't. Ultimately, Aiden stood trial for his crimes, with the judge ruling that his supposed demonic possession would not be taken into account. Unsurprisingly, this seemed to aid Aiden in overcoming the supposed prior demonic attacks he was claiming to experience. Aiden hardly reacted to the graphic details of his misdeeds, reverting to the dispassionate personality his classmates had warned about. However, it doesn't mean Aiden's performance was flawless or polished. At one point, Aiden was captured on camera, laughing at something his attorney wrote on a piece of paper. Throughout the trial, he followed the instructions given to him by his attorney, barely saying a word except when specifically prompted, denying any remorse he may have expressed to Tristan's family. However, any semblance of happiness was short-lived. When Aiden's grandmother spoke, her emotional testimony seemed to have the greatest impact on him. She broke down in tears, admitting that the youngster in front of her was not the grandson she had raised, and her remarks had a profound effect on Aiden.
I'm so sorry. I just don't need my moment right. Wow, this is so hard.
Aiden was only ever shown to have genuine, unfeigned emotion in this one incident throughout the entire trial. True to psychopathic tendencies, it was only because it touched him. While Tristan's family's suffering went unnoticed by him during the trial, observe how he reacts when his grandma expresses concern that she won't see him again.
And I know we're a very large Christian family, and we pray all the time, and I just hope you consider that a little bit, and please don't take him out of our lives forever. I know that I've died and not be able to spend time with him sometime before I go.
Aiden might have finally understood the magnitude of the repercussions of his actions at this very moment, but it seemed to pass quickly. In the end, the judge sentenced Aiden to life in prison for his crime, which lacked any justification and was committed solely for the purpose of harming another person. Unsurprisingly, Aiden didn't appear to be at all surprised by this information.
Mr. Fucci, having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I adjudicate you guilty of the premeditated first-degree murder of Tristan Bailey. I sentence you to life in prison. Because of your age, you are eligible for review of the sentence in 25 years.
Despite his several public apologies to Tristan's family during the trial and after, Aiden doesn't appear to understand what the sentence means to him. This suggests that it probably means nothing to him because he always said he wanted to experience what it would be like to kill, and he did. In conclusion, the tragic and disturbing saga of Aiden's actions unfolds as a chilling narrative of violence, deception, and emotional detachment. From the initial arrest and the uncovering of his ties to criminal organizations, to the harrowing details of Tristan's fate and the subsequent trial, Aiden's journey exposes the dark underbelly of organized crime and the devastating impact of a single individual's malevolent desires. The sentencing, met with apparent nonchalance from Aiden, underscores the depth of his psychopathy and the absence of remorse for the heinous act he committed. The case serves as a stark reminder of the challenges law enforcement faces in combating organized crime and the need for continued efforts to understand and address the root causes that give rise to individuals capable of such atrocities.